Jala only has 4 defense, so it's not that crazy. And she actually starts with 3 defense, but Pugsy always going into the defense stance, which is going to help her out just a little bit. You know, that 3 and 4 difference can be the difference between life and death at like those deeper reds sometimes. So, or I guess the lighter reds sometimes, because if you're in deep red with 3 or 4 defense, you're probably just going to go about that blast zone anyway. Here we are.
All right, I have connected, and I did slander the database. The database does have AyoBlue in here, so I apologize. Apologize, Creed. Apologize, Prey. We're going to come in here with PR43 for AyoBlue. You nailed it. Right in that 40 range. Seed for this one, that one has got to be very, very low. I can't even see it. It's so low. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, that's. But speaking of, also, I think he's. I saw on his little map. I think that's him. He's from ATL. Is that him?
He does have ATL in his name. Okay. So could be a local player here from Atlanta coming in at seed 30 for this tournament. So definitely pushing well past that. We'll see what he has with this Giro. Man, what is it like? People are vibing with Giro now. Yeah. Luna played Giro recently in a tournament. People are talking about like specifically. What do you call it? Scythe and Sword at the same time on Twitter. I don't know if that's going to extend to some more Giro play, but AyoBlue taking the first stock here.
All right, man, and maybe it is like maybe people really favoring that speed that Giro has because he's high on the speed and he's high on the dex, and well, he's definitely showing it up. Good first start right here from Ayo. Pugsy is going to have to go ahead and get back into this game, but he does have a lot of damage, and he has a pretty high force legend within Jala, so if he finds himself a nice Sayer that he's looking for, that should be able to get it. Or the neutral. No, not enough from there. Surprising. Okay, looks for the recovery. I like that option, but Ayo is going to be able to make it back either way. Pugsy having a hard time finding this stock.
Swapping over to the Sword. Going to give some easier initiations if you're Pugsy. The frame data is going to maybe favor you a little bit more in terms of startup frames compared to that Axe. Hitboxes aren't going to be as generous, but it might not matter. AyoBlue didn't get the jump after the D-Light. You see him recovering like really close to the wall and then backing off the wall, getting back on the wall so quickly.
I'm so surprised he actually lived. Okay, you're not going to live that recovery for sure. I was like surprised he lived that first one, but Miami Dome does have a pretty high ceiling, so understandably so. However, though, it doesn't matter what the ceiling is. It matters what that damage is right now on Pugsy because he is hurting and he has not been able to do much here on the second stock just yet. But AyoBlue definitely. Oh,
strong D-Light. Okay. Weapon toss, that had to have missed by pixels. Pugsy got just over it. D-Light recovery, that's going to be the KO. I'm speechless. Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
What's going on here,
bro?
Like,
this is alien.
It's like not expecting, Pugsy to come through and get kind of bodied by this. This must be that Ayo technology that 50 Cent was talking about or something, because it's working, okay? Like,
AyoBlue coming in. He's got ATL in his name, but these results are looking AT-alien to me.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on here. Has Pugsy in the orange on final stock. AyoBlue still in the yellow. D-Light side air. Not pushing him off screen just yet. Still in the yellow. Not even going to throw a D-Sig out on the corner. Nice side air. Max range on that. It does hit vertically more than a lot of other side airs in the game. That's where he really picked it up. Down air, going to turn Pugsy around. Almost picked up Pugsy with that ground pound.
I have to say, I think that thing is Ayo's kind of like, he's on the aggression. Like he's out there. He's still playing like 2019 in North America Brawlhalla, and it's kind of throwing these people off right now because yeah, he's done it. It's done. Didn't even have to actually hit the ground pound. Pugsy sent too far and couldn't touch that bottom wall, and even if he did, I'm sure that ground pound was in the right spot, so he would have probably lost that stock anyway. AyoBlue seeing red right now the way that he's going, man. This is nice.
This is AyoBlue coming in, and after last game being like, yeah, I don't really watch tournaments.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to how people are playing. I'm going to play a character people don't play. I'm going to play a way that people don't play. We could see AyoBlue coming out as a fan favorite now off of this. He's definitely got the quickness on him. People, I'm sure, are loving the Giro pick just because it's a little bit out of left field. No one else is doing it. Everybody loves a little bit variety, something different than what we're used to. Coming into this one, we're now on small Brawlhaven. This is where Pugsy's high strength really could come into play with the way AyoBlue was just getting a lead, not taking too much damage, parking himself right in the middle of the stage. It may not matter that we're on small Brawlhaven.
Yeah, true. I mean, I feel like with the way that everything is being played on the side of Ayo, I mean, these blast zones aren't really going to matter because he's just not getting hit as much. I mean, the movement is and the evasiveness is super nice. This time around, though, Pugsy playing a little better, but look at that Ayo. Getting the nice little juggles right there. I do think that he's keeping the speed factor really in hand as far as like the weapons that he's picking and what he's going up against. Because every time Pugsy's had that axe in hand, any whiff has gotten hard punished.
And that's like that's alien for Pugsy. Normally that axe is tearing people apart, getting multiple hits in a row. Strong D-like can have that big kick. That's your KO move when your opponent is on the side of the stage closest to the blast zone that you want to send them to. That's when you put in that active input instead of turning them around. I hope that Zip gets to cast an AyoBlue set today just so he can go, hey, yo! He's been doing that all weekend, and now it would fit 100% perfectly.
Ayo, you got to win for Zip, bro. Like,
True.
He needs it, okay? So, well, he's doing a good job of it as well. Okay, like that. You know, even with the whiff, though, managed to get back to safety relatively quickly. Pugsy is just getting absolutely schmixed right now. This is not characteristic of what I'm normally used to seeing from Pugsy. Pugsy going a little hard right there to try to make something happen off that off-stage interaction, but fortunately now he's the one off stage. Oh, okay. The exhausted recovery does at least threaten a hitbox. Ayo's going to get back on stage to safety and not really deal with that. Okay.
I do like the D-Sigs that Ayo's been throwing out on the scythe. It's been very rare, very conservative, and that's sort of one of those signatures, kind of like Queen Nai spear down signature, where it's like if you throw it far enough away, it may not hit your opponent, but also that may not matter. That may keep them zoned out a little bit. They also might come into it, but they aren't really going to be able to punish you that quickly just because they're so far away. By the time they go for a dash jump side air or anything like that, you're already out of recovery frames. You can throw a dodge out there, maybe just need a dash in the right direction, and that's all.
Man, Pugsy once again just, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is so like when I watch Pugsy, this is not the gameplay I expect to see from right now because you know, again, Ayo's probably going on a crazy run, so I don't want to take anything away from him, but if we're just looking off history and stats right now, you would expect Pugsy to be a little more polished here in this matchup or just in his gameplay right now, but it seems like Ayo is getting the best of him for sure. He's in the red though, so he does have to watch out for a Sair or that. Yeah, I mean, especially on this stage. If he actually got hit by that first neutral light, that was it. Gotta get back on the stage. This one, yeah, even from the middle of the stage, man.
Now, they are relatively even, so it's not like AyoBlue has been just dominating Pugsy in this, but I feel like I haven't seen anything that would tell me that this is Pugsy.
Right.
Take the names away, and, well, it's a Maggie, so you could probably just guess that it's Pugsy almost off of that alone. But, like, look at this. No one does this to Pugsy. Pugsy does this to other people.
Yeah, man, and this is, I mean, this is absolutely, you know, a bloodbath right here on this last stock. Ayo's been hit maybe twice at most, but he's gotten so many.
Oh, for the long range sniper. That is sniper spelled S-H-N-I-P-E-R, baby.
I got to get that one for Zip. Hey, yo, that was, bro. All right, this guy is nice, man. Wow. This guy is nice. Out of nowhere, too.
It was so quick, and then the game was over. It was all of a sudden, both of them were on second stock red. The KO comes out. The response KO comes out. Okay, we're in an even game. Then all of a sudden, completely pieced up, scythe in hand. This is almost like completely scythe gameplay. Sword doesn't look bad, so don't get me wrong, but this is definitely a scythe gamer.
Yeah, man, Blue definitely doing it up. I'm loving what we're seeing here, though, because, you know, I always like seeing the change of guard. Yeah, Pugsy's one of my favorite players for sure, but, I mean, when you got someone playing this hot, this late into the tournament, and with the seed they're playing, like, you got to start rooting for that guy. You know, this is a true success story, underdog story. If he's able to get into, he's about to potentially break into this top 8 right now with some pretty exciting gameplay, and on top of that, it's more on the aggressive side, which is something like I feel like we've been kind of lacking here in the North American scene as of late. So it's nice to see, you know, a nice return to form to that aggression.
Again, going back to the middle of the stage, knowing to stay away as far away from those blast zones as possible. He has the damage lead right now onto Pugsy. Going to easily punish that with a side air. Pugsy recovering very low on the wall. Doesn't want to be anywhere near, at least give himself plenty of time to react to anything AyoBlue throws over the corner. But Blue doesn't really throw anything over the corner. He's been very careful here. He's playing really smart. Does take the double recovery there. Pugsy picking that second one up really high in the air. That really was the only reason he got that stock, because Blue wasn't too damaged on it.
Yeah, man, but Blue, you know, has to get himself a weapon. Does manage to sneak that one. That was a wild grab away. He was super far with that weapon, but that grab hitbox is going to be generous. So he's back onto a scythe, which has been definitely his, you know, his pride and joy right now as far as this set has gone. I think in the first game we saw some pretty good sword play, but outside of that, it's really just been this scythe going crazy.
It's really been the thing that put him in the situations where he ends up coming out victorious. He's doing the sword damage, but it's none of these like major, huge 4-hit, 5-hit, 6-hit strings like he's doing with the sight. It's none of these things that are forcing Pugsy off the stage. Still solid textbook sword gameplay, but it's really that sight bonking on the head yet again. We saw that last game. We saw it this game. He is laser dialed in on those weapon tosses. Weapon spawn comes in. Neutral sig. I thought that was going to KO. He does find the follow-up with the ground pound. Brawlhalla going to come in big for Pugsy.
You know, I mean, what a way to turn that back around, too, because Pugsy, you know, this league could have definitely escaped him, but he came in and immediately evened that up with that two-piece combination of first hitting the neutral sig and then jumping out there with the ground pound from super deep, you know, closing off a lot of options for Blue to make it back. But we are still on the last stock. Pugsy has no games under under him right now, so Ayo is just trying to make this a 3-0 as quick as possible.
He's going to be looking to pick up that scythe.
Oh, yeah.
I expect it in his hands in just a moment. The second there's any space between him, Pugsy, and that weapon spawn, I expect to see him going for it. I thought he was going to throw his weapon away there. No, he's just adding up some nice sword damage, but he's pretty much on pace with Pugsy. They're not going to go sword v sword. We'll see if the next weapon spawn comes in, what Blue wants to do. Just trading back-to-back blows back and forth, neutral light to neutral light. D-light side air from AyoBlue, setting up.
Oh, okay, just kind of okay, I like that
Shadow
option
clone.
too.
Oh, he did it again! He did it again!
Yeah, he's the sniper for sure right there. He's been hitting quite a bit of those weapon tosses for the W. And yes, man, AyoBlue making it into the top 8. I know he's feeling good. Again, because of the seeding and because of who we just went over, and because he's now sitting in that top 8 situation,